Hello everyone and welcome back to the Virtual Pub Quiz channel. My name is Jay, for those of you who don't know me, and I am the host of the Thursday night and Saturday night live virtual pub quizzes on this channel. If you're new around here, welcome along. This is what we do every day apart from Thursday and Saturday. We drop specialist quizzes to cater and to keep you going until the live event on a Thursday and a Saturday night. So if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button just down below and you'll be notified when all of our specialist quizzes and of course the big live quiz on a Thursday and a Saturday go up. Today it's all about the 60s. We've done the 70s, we've done the 80s, the 90s is coming next week, but we're dropping a decade back and we're going to the 60s. Lots and lots of topics I could have picked questions from for this one today, but hopefully I found a nice mix again for everyone to see how you get on. So as always, all the social media links are just down below. So if you want to let us know how you got on with this quiz, as you have done with all of them, I'm very, very grateful for all your messages and support, letting me know how you've got on. Some have been easy, some have been hard. They're only ever easy if you do know the answer. If you don't, hopefully you might learn something. And when we're out of this lockdown nonsense, you'll be able to take it away and prove your knowledge at your own pub quizzes. So let's get into it then. We've got 10 questions and we'll start then with, when you're ready, with question number 1. So firstly, the 60s was labelled as what kind of 60s? Had a bit of a nickname really in the UK. Most people refer to it as this. So what was it called? The 60s was labelled as what kind of 60s? Question 2. Which wall was constructed in 1961? So which wall was constructed in 1961? Question 3. What did John F. Kennedy, Che Guevara and Martin Luther King all have in common? So what did John F. Kennedy, Che Guevara and Martin Luther King all have in common? Question 4. Which war that started in 1955 lasted through the whole length of the 60s and didn't finish until 1975? What was the name of the war? So which war started in 1955, it lasted all the way through the 60s and it didn't finish until 1975. What was the name of the war? Question 5. The Beatles led the British invasion of America after appearing on whose show in 1964? So the Beatles led the British invasion of America after appearing on whose show in 1964? Question 6. The founder of which movie company that started in 1923 and is still going to this day died on the 15th of December 1966? So the founder of which movie company that started in 1923 and is still going to this day died on the 15th of December 1966? Question 7. En route to winning the World Cup in 1966, how many different venues did England play their matches in? So en route to winning the World Cup in 1966, how many different venues did England play their matches in? Question number 8. The top 5 biggest selling singles of the 60s were dominated by the Beatles with 4. But who sat at number 3 with his 1965 release, Tears? So number 8. The top 5 biggest selling songs of the 60s were dominated by the Beatles with 4. But who sat at number 3 with his 1965 release, Tears? Question number 9. Which TV soap started on the 9th of December 1960? So which TV soap started on the 9th of December 1960? Finally then, question 10. Who played the title role of Alfie in the original 1966 version? Not the modern day version, the original version in 1966. So who played the title role of Alfie in the original 1966 version? So that is your 10 questions. As always, it's time to pause the video. So you've got a bit of time before we give you the answers. So do it now. That's not cheesy as anything, is it? So that hopefully you've had enough time to consider your answers. You're push play and ready to go. Here's your answers to the Back to the 60s. Question number 1 was, the 60s was labelled as what kind of 60s? It was labelled as the swinging 60s. Number 2, which wall was constructed in 1961? It was, of course, the Berlin Wall. Question 3, what do John F. Kennedy, Che Guevara and Martin Luther King all have in common? They were all assassinated in the 60s. Number 4, which war that started in 1955 lasted all the way through the 60s and didn't finish until 1975? It was the Vietnam War. Question 6, the founder of which movie company that started in 1923 and is still going to this day died on the 15th of December 1966? The founder was Walt Disney. So it was the Walt Disney. Yeah. Question 7, en route to winning the World Cup in 1966, how many different venues did England play their matches in? It was just one. They played all of their games at Wembley. Question 8. The top 5 biggest selling songs of the 60s were dominated by the Beatles, who had 4. But who sat at number 3 of the biggest selling songs of the decade with his 1965 release Tears? It was Ken Dodd. Question 9. Which TV soap started on the 9th of December 1960? It was Coronation Street. It's still going to this day. And finally then, question number 10. Who played the title role of Alfie in the original 1966 version? It was Michael Caine. Okay, so that there is your answers then for your 60s quiz today. Let us know how you got on. All the details are down below in the about section, and as I said before, if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button and it will let you know whenever we drop a new quiz, which is every day apart from Thursday and Saturday, because Thursday and Saturday are live quiz night. 50 questions, the ultimate pub quiz, liked and watched by over 150, 160, even 170,000 last Thursday. So thank you as always for your continued support. No specialist quiz tomorrow because tomorrow is Thursday. It's a big live quiz tomorrow, and then we've got one on Friday, and soaps quiz, trying to remember what they were. A soaps quiz on Friday, so we were all about the soaps on Friday. No quiz on Saturday, and then because we're live again Saturday, and then on Sunday it's the sporting moments of the 20th century. Thanks again for watching as always. Join us on the Facebook page. We've got a lot of bits pieces going on and a few surprise things that we're dropping this week as well. So if you're not following us on the Facebook page, come on over. The links are down below. And again, continued support on the Just Giving page. We don't talk about it that much. A lot of people ask us for the link. The link is down in the description. As I record this, there's over £125,000 been raised for the NHS charities, which is absolutely staggering. I think behind the legend, the gentleman that is Captain Tom, I think we're about 4th out of everyone who's been raising money for the NHS. So thank you again for your donations. You've all been absolutely wonderful with that. But the link is down below if you need it. Until next time, stay safe. I'll see you all soon.